Yeah, my rear opinion is barfing. It's not great.
Hello everyone, well it's springtime, so you really haven't seen one of these videos from me in a while. Look back in my channel a couple months, you'll see the last couple months of my life with good old Carl here. We got him back up to snuff, and we have to do some quick spring maintenance because we're going wheeling this weekend. One of the things I want to talk about here today is for those of you who have lifts or modified suspensions or things like that, there's always a good preventative maintenance to check your control arm bolt torques. We'll also be doing a drag link, we'll be checking track bar, we'll be checking tie rod, all of those as well. But right now we're going to focus on the upper and lower control arms. I would highly recommend, before you start doing this on your own, that check the internet, check the Mopar specs, look for your specific torque ratings for these bolts. For Carl here, an 18JK, our lowers are 21 millimeter sockets or a 13/16 wrench. We're going to use one of each here to get either side of the bolt. And then for the lowers, it's 125 foot-pounds, and for the uppers, it is 75 foot-pounds. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to check your torque. You're going to see me grunt and groan a little bit, so strap up. Here we go. So to get started here, so you have upper and lower control arms in the rear, and you have upper and lower control arms in the front. We're going to hear in the rear, hello rear, you can see I've got a whole bunch of stuff. More stuff that's wrong, so that just means more videos I get to make for you here in a little bit, including my rear pinion seal. It looks to be gone, but that's a video for a different day. Anyway, if I grab the camera here, from a previous tightenings, you're going to see I have what we call a witness mark or a paint marker mark. This is something we do after we check the torque, and you take a paint marker. You can get them at O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Advance, any one of those stores, and I'll just make a stripe with it down to have a visual indicator if that bolt moves or not. However, anyway, because we're under, we're checking them anyway, right? So what I'll do is I'll take the wrench side, put it up on the lower bolt side. I will put our torque wrench here on the nut side. Now, underneath the Jeep, unless you got a lift that makes it a little bit easier, it's a little bit of contorting to do this because 125 foot-pounds definitely is not child's play for pulling down. So first thing I'll do is pull on the torque wrench and see if the wrench on the outside moves. If not, it makes it easier. If it does, you got to kind of position a foot to get it in here. But here we go. I'm actually going to move this over here like this and be able to push on it. There we go. Got my foot against my tire in the front. A little bit of leverage like that, and I'm going to give it a good old check. Now, torque wrenches, if you've never used one, you set your foot-pounds here on the handle. Yours may have many different varieties. Mine is a Harbor Freight guy here, so it's a twisty at the bottom, and you set the poundage, close it back up, tighten it, and you'll push it and you'll hear a pop sound. So here we go. Like that. Hear that pop sound? I'll do it one more time. There we go. That indicates that the bolt is at torque. The wrench is released, telling you it's 125 foot-pounds. So we're going to keep doing that to the rest of the lower control arm bolts. Good thing. Now, bonus story. Your passenger frame side bolt is held in by what's called a flag nut over on the side here. So you can only get to torquing this guy from the outside. Normally I will torque from the nut. This one we have to torque from the bolt. So we're going to do something that I don't recommend you do, is pull at your phone face. Just like you don't cut toward an artery, don't pull toward your face, but I'm going to do it here. Here we go. All right, rear lowers are done. And again, I'm going to do something I don't recommend doing. It's pull at your own face. Okay, top is good. There we go. All right, upper. There we go. There we go. Okay, now mine in the rear, we're all set, no tightening needed. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to repaint my witness marks with a paint marker just to mark that I did it. Okay. Now we flip to the front. You have to kind of play with the ratchet sometimes to get the right position for you. I like pushing up, and I like pulling toward. Oh, look at that. How does that look? Right? Here we go. I'm going to grab my wrench. This one's moving on me, which it shouldn't do. So I'm going to go ahead. Can I get a wrench on it from that side? Yes, I can. And I'm going to, maybe, is that the right way to do that? No. All right, I'm going to do this from the back side. All right, here we go. Yep, see how the wrench is moving? So we're going to move the wrench, get a better purchase on it. Oh, see, this one's actually loose. You know, loose is relative, but I'm going to reposition better leverage. Okay. Okay. There we go. Ready? So I'm going to put my brace. Here we go. There we go. Just takes a little bit. And we're going to do it again for a second click. There we go. Perfect. Then we'll come test the last one. Driver's side lower control arm here again is another one of those that you're up against the exhaust, so you can't really put a torque wrench on it. So we're going to do it here from the bolt side. Uh-oh. This one isn't tight. It's not loose, but it ain't tight. So what we're going to do with this then is we're going to reposition. Come around over here. Aha! See? Look at my witness mark. It's rotated 180 degrees. I should have caught that during my visual inspection, but I didn't. So we will tighten this. Okay, so hold one side with the wrench, push the other side. There we go, and I usually do 2 for good measure. There we go. Now I'll come back out, I'll spray it with some brake cleaner to get rid of the paint, and I'll draw a new witness mark. See, that one is also a little loose. Nope. There we go, tightened up. Okay, now uppers. Adjust our wrench again, back down to 75. On the front, the uppers can be a little interesting to get to. On the frame side, they're relatively easy. Here was our lower, here's our upper, right? Now, the axle side is up here under the engine. It's a twist. Up the front upper control arms are a 19 socket. We'll go ahead and we're going to test this. Good. Test the front or the axle side. And again, we're going to pull down toward our face because that's the right thing to do. Okay. Yep. And then the final one. There we go. All right. So that is one of the most important things you can do underneath on your suspensions. Make sure that your bolt torques are right. And all you need to get, you can get any kind of torque wrench. On this category, usually the more expensive the better, but I've got this nice little Pittsburgh here from Harbor Freight. It's a 1/2 inch. It's pretty darn good. I have to say it's pretty darn good.